Hey guys, what's up? And thank you for clicking on this video of mine. And welcome to the part 2 tutorial in your Adobe Premiere Pro training. And guys, in today's tutorial, we're going to take a look at some of the very basic editing features that are there in Adobe Premiere Pro CS6. Okay, so let's get started. Now guys, firstly guys, before starting the tutorial, I would want to say I am sorry guys for making this video so late. Okay, I got a lot of requests from you guys. Okay, that you wanted to make me you wanted me to make this part 2 tutorial. So I'm sorry for doing so much delay in the tutorial. Okay, the video, and let's get started. Alright guys, so for this video guys, I have gone ahead and I have created this one project. Okay, Naruto 131. I'm basically using one clip from the as in one Naruto video, and I'm gonna import it. Okay, in the, and guys, if you guys have forgotten, everything that you import, okay, everything, the video file, music file, JPEG, ICO, any kind of files, okay, everything guys is gonna go ahead and it's gonna get stored. As a matter of fact guys, even the sequence, okay, I've talked about sequence in my part 1 tutorial. So if you guys are having problem in that, as in what is it, so go and watch that video. And guys, even the sequence file, people, is gonna stay under the project panel. Okay, the project panel is right over here. So I'm gonna import the Naruto video which I have got. And for importing guys, the easiest way is to do a double click on this blank gray area, right? The other way is you can go to the file menu and you can do the import command right here, and of course you can go ahead and use the keyboard shortcut, that is a control I. Okay, so I'm going to do a double click on it, and I'm gonna select this 131 file. I'm gonna go ahead and click open. If you want to do multiple file selection, people, um, all you need to do is you need to hold on the control key, right, and you can do multiple file selection. Now for this video tutorial, um, I'm gonna need only this 131 file, so I'm gonna go and select it. I'm gonna click open, and as you can see, it got imported. Now guys, before getting started, all right, wait a sec guys. Okay, I'm sorry for that guys. Okay, and I'm back in my tutorial. Guys, once you have imported your video files, okay, to the project monitor, or this project panel, instead of dragging it down and bringing it to the timeline, okay, and guys, it's a very good thing to actually make your sequence settings match to your main video, okay, which you will be using in your project. So before in CS5 and 5.5, that was a tough thing to do, but in CS6 they have really made it easy, okay, for all the beginners who have problem with matching their file settings. Just drop in your main video to the timeline. Okay, just take up any sequence you want. All right, drag the main frame to the timeline, and if there is a mismatch happening, that is the video settings are not matching your sequence settings, Adobe Premiere Pro is going to give you this warning box, and you can click on this button which says change sequence settings. Once you do that, you will see that your file has been imported to the file, as into the timeline panel, and you can scrub through it and you can do your basic editing. Okay, but guys, we're not going to be focusing on this part. Okay, in today's tutorial, what we instead are going to be talking about, guys, is going to be the source monitor. Now I feel that source monitor, guys, is a very important thing. Okay, and bringing in your files, okay, to the source monitor first is very important, then bringing it, like the way I do it is that I always take my video files, or my video files which I want to edit, okay, to the source monitor, get the proper cuts which I need, okay, and then bring those proper cuts only in my timeline panel. So that makes my timeline panel be more organized and more clean, and therefore I can avoid confusion, and and I can focus on my project. All right, so guys, let's take a look at the source monitor now. Now guys, and actually guys, I'm gonna go ahead and rename this file because this thing is really irritating. If you want to rename the file, click on it, select the file and click on it once again, and you'll get this rename feature. Alright, now I'm gonna name it Naruto episode 131. Right, that's good. And guys, what you now need to do is guys, remember, if you do a double click on the name of the file, it's gonna turn into that rename thing. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to click on this file right here, okay, or this icons right here, right, that's the video and the audio icon, on the left hand side of the name of the video file. Okay, so click on them and you'll see that the video, guys, goes and opens in the second monitor, okay, on the left hand side of the screen. This thing right here, guys, you can see my mouse pointer move around it, that's called the source monitor. And as you can see, guys, it has got almost every button, okay, which is there on the right hand side of the in the program monitor. Now, the program monitor people will only display the items which are there in the timeline panel. So, for instance, guys, if I go and delete the file, you'll see that there is now nothing in my timeline panel. Okay, so let's get started with learning the source monitor first. Now, guys, the source monitor people is supposed to be a great feature in Adobe Premiere Pro. All right, we have the CTI, that's a current time indicator. We have all these different buttons, okay, which allow us to import my video and my audio. There are these two buttons, guys, okay, which says import video only, or drag video only, drag audio only. There is this settings box. Okay, I'm not gonna get into that. There are these all these different features. Okay, it takes export the frame, that is take a clip shot. Okay, or as in if I like this shot, I can take a photo of this and save it into my hard drive. There are the insert and the overwrite buttons over here. We have the go to out, that is the go to the out point. We have the step forward, that is the right. Like if I do this, you'll see that the CTI, that's my current time indicator, that's a playhead. Okay, this yellow thing right here, it displays the time code. Okay. Similarly, guys, I have this step backward, that's a left. If I click on it, guys, you can see that my time code is moving one by one, like one frame by one frame. We have these two buttons, okay, which are very important, which I'm gonna cover in this video, which says mark out and mark in. Now this thing right here, guys, is supposed to be an add marker. It's supposed to be a marker, which is not really important for you guys to learn right now. Alright, so guys, let's take a look at some of the basic editing, okay, that one can do when he is doing video editing. Alright, so let's get started. Now, guys, firstly, guys, I really like to make the panel which I'm working in bigger and occupy that the whole screen of my monitor when I'm working with that panel. So example, guys, I'm working my source monitor, right here, and I can get to know if I have selected the source monitor when I get this yellow kind of a line, this yellow kind of a borderline around it. Okay, once I click on it, right, and then guys, what I can do is I can hit the tilde key. Now the tilde key, guys, is supposed to be the key, okay, on your keyboard, below the ESC key. Okay, so if you have that ESC key, you'll have this tilde key which is below it or on the left hand side of the number 1. Okay, click on it, guys, and as you can see that the whole there's a source monitor takes up the whole monitor. So that's really a good technique. Then, guys, I can of course go ahead and I can scrub my playhead for seeing the like seeing what's going on in my video, and say, guys, that I would actually wanna, and guys, you can even use your keyboard shortcut. Okay, that is this left and the right arrow keys for moving backward or ahead in time. Okay, so say that I really want to take this shot from here where this frog gets injured. Okay, I don't know the name of the frog, but this fight was really a classic fight, man. Jiraiya versus Pain was seriously good fight, And now if you see the Gamaka-san, this guy gets injured, but it was really good, Yeah, you can see this part. Yeah, let's say that that I want to take this part. Okay, 6 minutes. No, actually, yeah, 6 minutes, 26 seconds, and 0 frames. Okay, so 626 by 0, and we're gonna mark in the in point. Okay, now, guys, the in point and the out point are very important. Okay, in your video editing world. I'm gonna hit the tilde key again. Okay, to minimize this source monitor. I'm gonna hit the tilde key, and as you can see, guys, we are gonna be back to the normal workspace. I'm gonna place my in point. Okay, now as you can see, guys, that this my source monitor, guys, gets this really like this green kind of a layer on it. And guys, I'm gonna go ahead in time and I'm gonna get to, and actually I'm gonna zoom in again. I'm gonna get to the part where he just squishes all of them into that next dimension. Jiraiya boy, yeah, come on. I hate like this guy's attitude. We should call him the. Oh, you see, seriously good. Okay, yeah. So here we are. Actually, guys, I'm not gonna take this. Say this part. Okay, when the cloud has disappeared. Yeah, and say that I want to mark my out point to that. Okay, so similarly, guys, if you have marked the in point, right beside it on the right hand side, guys, you're gonna have this button which says mark out. Okay, the keyboard shortcut is O, but you're gonna get the keyboard shortcuts a little bit later. hit the tilde key again, guys, to make it small. And as you can see, guys, that we have selected this green kind of an area. Okay, if I zoom into it again, you'll see that there is this green kind of an area right over here into the timeline of my source monitor. And guys, what is the use of marking the in and the out point is that I can actually only take this much part, okay, like only take this much part of the whole video and drag this thing into my timeline. So this is really, really important, okay. And for doing so, guys, you cannot click on this part, okay. You cannot, if you do this, guys, okay, all you're gonna do is you're gonna say, if you click on this green area and you drag it down, guys, okay, you're gonna see that you can only move this green area, okay. So basically you're gonna lose your selections. That is very, very wrong if that happens to you. Okay, I'm gonna be really sad. So what you can do is, once you have marked your in points and your out points, okay, click on this button which says drag video only. Click on it and then take the video to the timeline panel, okay. And as you can see, only that part will be taken in your timeline, okay, which you want to work with. So that's a very good thing, okay. I think Premiere Pro would really, really help you out, okay. Like say when you are, like say when you'll be editing movies, or say when you're working with your project, okay, if you have taken some interview of some client, okay, or say that you're in your college or you're doing some video file editing, okay. So Adobe Premiere Pro's, guys, the source monitor trick will really, really help you out, okay. So guys, now let's take a look at how do you see, guys, when you import the file, do a double click, import it, okay, bring it to the source monitor. And then, guys, when you go to the source monitor, hit the tilde key, make it big. And guys, when you're using all these different buttons, it may actually kind of get your speed a little bit slow, okay. So what do we do is we always use the keyboard shortcuts, okay, and that's what I'm going to teach you. Now remember, guys, okay, now these keyboard shortcuts are basically on the right hand side of the keyboard, okay. So on the left hand side, guys, is supposed to be on a mouse. The right hand side is going to be somewhere on the right part of the keyboard, okay, like say somewhere where the enter is, the backspace is on that part side, okay. On and guys, I would want to say that you keep your wedding ring finger, all right, on the J key, your middle finger on the K key, and your index finger, I think that's the index finger, on the L key. Now what they do is, guys, they will help you to pause, play, fast forward, and rewind the video in a very good way. All right, so let's take a look at it. And I'm gonna use a space bar right now to play my video, and I'm gonna do a fast forward by pressing the L key. Now as you can see that the audio of my clip will, and if I do multiple clicks, okay, like say multiple clicks on the L key, you'll see that it's been it will really go fast now. Similarly, guys, if I do a tap on the J key, it's gonna take me back in time. Alright, it's gonna rewind my video. If I do multiple times click, as in multiple time press my J key, it's gonna take me back fast. Alright, and the J key, guys, basically helps you to pause the video. Okay, say if you're zooming, like if you're doing a fast forward and you want to pause, like suddenly, the K key is the key, and when you press it, you'll just pause the video fast. Alright. Next, which I want you guys, as in your beginners people, to learn is gonna be the I and O key. Now the I and O key, guys, is really important for marking your in point and your out point, okay? Because like I said, guys, in points and out points can really be a very good thing. I would want to give a good shot, okay? So the one which I could have at least used when I would have been doing an AMV. That's somewhere. Don't overexport yourself. Exert yourself. One of those, say somewhere over here, okay. So instead of going over here and clicking on this button and which says mark in, you can just go and press the I key. That's gonna give me the new in point. Zoom ahead in time and say somewhere over here, I'm gonna press the O key for making my out point, and that's a very good thing. Alright, I'm gonna press my tilde key again to making this thing small, and I can press my drag video only and bring the clip, okay, which I have selected again to my timeline panel, and I can just place it anywhere I want, guys. So that's a very good thing, okay. Try to practice Adobe Premiere Pro more, guys, okay, with this new thing which I just now thought, and I think, guys, that you will be really happy with your moves and editing tips, okay. And that's it for today. And yeah, guys, before ending the tutorial, if you guys have been using Adobe Premiere Pro CS5 or like say previous editions, okay, you will see that, guys, when you will be working in your timeline, okay, you may want to zoom into it. And how will you do this now? Because you before had these two mountains over here. One was like a hill kind of a thing, okay, the small mountain. The other were the big mountains, and there was a scroller between them. If you used to drag the scroller to the right hand side, you would have zoomed into the timeline, and if you have taken the scroller on the left hand side, you would have zoomed out of the timeline. But guys, the traditional keyboard shortcut, that's a plus key and the minus key, is still there, alright, but those two things, that two features, are gone. So guys, those two features, alright, of the big mountains and the scroller, have been replaced by this thing right here, okay. This thing is supposed to be like that scroller bar which you have on your folder side, okay. Like say if I go ahead and if I go to my music genre, and you'll see that music PA style, and if I change it, and you can see this thing right here, guys, it is something like this, alright. Go ahead and close my folder for now, but yeah, something like this, guys, okay. It looks something like this. And if you take a look, and guys, if you want to zoom in time, okay, grab either ones of the thing, okay, like grab either end of the thing, right. For now, guys, I would take the right hand side, and I'm going to take it to the left, right. And if you see, guys, when I'm going to the left, this thing is getting smaller, the scroll bar is getting smaller, and as it gets smaller, guys, I'm zooming into the video, okay, as in my timeline. And when I take it back, as in I scratch this bar, I'm going to get zoomed out of my timeline, okay, or of my project. Similarly, guys, this scroller bar is even available on the project monitor if you want to use it in over here, or if you want to use it into the source monitor, okay. So that's a very good thing too. You can go ahead and mark the in point and the out point in the project into the project program monitor also, okay, if you want to edit some few shots, okay, which you have put into your timeline and you don't really want them, so you can do some editing in the program monitor also. But guys, I would encourage you beginners to go ahead and master yourself or become really good with the source monitor, okay, because what you make your audience see, it's like you will see that before, okay. So thank you for watching my video, guys, all right. And please subscribe me and like my video, and add me on Facebook if you have any more doubts of the software, or if you want any good software, I'll help you out with it. And thank you so much for watching my video, guys. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Thank you.